What's up, Namblers? Welcome back to Nam's Eatery. Today we've got some Namtastic pulled pork from a local chef, Mike from PearTree Meats. They're famous for ribs, pulled pork, and so much more. Be sure to check them out. I'll leave more information below for you guys. Big shout out to Mike, who was kind enough to hook it up with all this. Definitely more than enough pulled pork to make some empanadas with. But first, let's give it a taste. Here we got some pulled pork, regular, and pulled pork in barbecue sauce. It smells amazing. Ooh. And we've got some coleslaw we just whipped up. Nice and easy. All right, let's give it a taste. Ooh, that's good. Cooked low and slow. Can't go wrong with that. Let's try some with the barbecue sauce. That barbecue sauce. Perfect. A little zesty, smoky. On the sweet side too, a little tart. It's perfect. Delicious. Mike, you've outdone yourself. Alright guys, let's go make some empanadas with these. I've never done this before, so let's see how it goes. First, let's whip up some coleslaw. Nice and easy. We'll start out with my avocado mayo. Be sure to check out the recipe for that. A little bit of salt, ground black pepper, a splash of vinegar. I'm using apple cider vinegar, a squeeze of lime or lemon. Go ahead and mix in some chopped cabbage and carrots. And don't forget the sugar. I like mine on the sweet side, kind of like KFC coleslaw. And there you have it, deliciously fresh coleslaw that'll add some crunch and cut through the richness of pulled pork barbecue. And for the empanadas, we'll be sticking with the usual procedure. We'll be using Goya puff pastry empanada shells. Go ahead and wet the rim. And we'll be trying out 3 varieties here. For the first one, let's try a little bit of cheese and original pulled pork without the barbecue sauce. I'm thinking that we can dip this in barbecue sauce later. Go ahead and get that sealed up. Nice. My baby. For the next empanada, let's try a little bit of coleslaw and pulled pork. This time with barbecue sauce. Take care not to overstuff the empanadas or they'll burst during cooking. And for the last empanada, let's try all 3 items. Cheese, coleslaw, and pulled pork. It's looking good already. The beautiful thing about empanadas are that they can fry or bake it directly from frozen. So feel free to make a huge batch that's ready to cook anytime. In my other videos, I've shown a few various methods of cooking up the empanadas, from baking, air frying, to deep frying them. For this video, let's try the more efficient method, which is to shallow fry them. Go ahead and heat a pan of oil over medium to low heat. Around 325 degrees Fahrenheit is perfect.
Since the empanadas will be making contact with the bottom of the pan, they will brown super fast. Now we don't want the empanadas to be doughy on the inside and dark on the outside, so keep the heat on low. And we'll flip these guys over a couple times so they're nice and flaky. Food that's shallow fried gets a nice deep brown crust, which makes it even more golden brown and delicious. If you haven't shallow fried chicken, I highly recommend it. It's delicious. You want there to be minimal bubbles to indicate that it's frying on low. 0 bubbles mean that it's soaking up the oil, and too many bubbles mean that it's frying way too hot. You'll know that it's time to flip when the edges start to brown. It should take about 1.5 minutes per side when flipping 3 times. And they're ready. Let's check them out. Oh yeah, that is nice. Pulled pork with American cheese, pulled pork and coleslaw. That looks amazing. And pulled pork with coleslaw and American cheese. Let's get these bad boys plated already. And there you have it, folks. Barbecue pulled pork empanadas. Look how good those look. You guys have got to try these.
Alright guys, we're back and the empanadas are done. We've got some pulled pork empanadas courtesy of Mike from PearTree Meats. Be sure to check him out. Here we have cheese and pulled pork. Let's give these a dip in the barbecue sauce. That looks so good. Those are good. Oh, barbecue sauce is tangy, sweet. Pork is just right, nice and tender. And the cheese brings everything together. Pair that with the flaky crust of empanadas, perfect. Next up, pulled pork and coleslaw. Let's give this a try. Oh yeah. The coleslaw works. I thought they would lose their texture, but they're still crunchy. Perfect. Brings a nice freshness to cut through the sweetness and richness of the pork and barbecue sauce. And last but not least, the ultimate pulled pork empanada with coleslaw and a cheese. This one's fully loaded, baby. Let's give it a try. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, coleslaw, cheese, and pulled pork with barbecue sauce. And everything's nice and tender, crisp, fresh. All wrapped up in an empanada. So fun and easy to eat. You guys are gonna love this. You guys have to try these. Big shout out to Big Mike from PearTree Meats. Thank you so much for the pulled pork. It was delicious. The empanadas turned out amazing. I'm all about supporting local businesses, and this is definitely one to check out. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. Be sure to tune in next time to see what we're cooking up at Nam's Eatery. See you guys later. Peace.